Oh, come on. Everyone lies on their back the whole time anyway. Alrighty, so just start thinking about the movement in your spine, and you want that continuity, so that in the flexion, which is rounding, just hands and knees further apart for now, think about that long line from the tailbone all the way to the base of your skull being even. And then the same the other way. It's easier when you flex or round to get that continuity. A little bit harder on the way through to extension or the arching. In the flexion, rounding, press your shins down, curl the tailbone under, suck your abs in, or, pardon me, bring this over here, give yourself more space. Belly crease draws in, press the shins down, as I was saying, and the arms press down into the floor, and the chin pulls to the chest. In the extension, you're almost guaranteed to overwork your neck. So you work from your tailbone, it goes up through the lower back, and then in between the shoulder blades, where we're one of our less sensitive areas, try and squeeze the shoulder blades to the spine, and think about those vertebrae in between the shoulder blades going downwards, long before you think about lifting your eyes and chin upwards. In the extension, you're probably not looking any further forward than the person in front, even the front edge of your mat, but your sternum or front chest is trying to face this way. If I'm doing my job, you start feeling a squeezy, slightly annoying feeling between the shoulder blades. Go back to the flexion, which generally feels nicer. Press the shins down, press the arms down. Hold it for a few seconds. Now press your shins down, press your arms down. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your abs. Pull your waistband into your body, push down harder, let the back of the neck lengthen so the chin goes to the chest. There's no creases the other way, Rahima, around your back. And now go into extension. So extension is the arching, eyes and chest up. Hold that, shoulder blades pull to each other and towards the spine, towards the bum. And go the other way, flexion, tuck the tail round the back. Push the arms down, push the shins down, squeeze your bum, stay there till I call the move. Press, 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 harder, everything harder. Shins, bum, abs, arms, chin. 3, 2, 1. Release, other way, tailbone up, chest up. Less chin, more chest. Press. 3, a little bit harder. 2, 1. Last set on the flexion, round your back. Press, arms and shins, squeeze your butt and belly. Let the neck relax at the back and the chin to the chest. Harder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Very good. You turn your hands 180 degrees, please. So as best you can, your fingertips are pointing back towards your knees. We'll just take a little while. Just walk your hands here. The more you sort of walk your hands off like puppies in the snow, you work your fingertips more and more to point back at the knees. So the underside of your forearm is facing forward towards me. Just check in with my industrial deafness. Is the music all right? It's not too loud. Okay, so leave them down. Try and turn the elbow tips to face back to the thighs and lean back. Again, if I'm doing my job, you've got a nice, nasty stretch down the underside of your forearm, and then rock yourself forward. Maybe the shoulders can get past the wrists. Rock back, put the stretch in, rock forward. Less stretch, more work. Rock back, stretch, forward, and back. Keep turning the elbow tips back towards the knees and the shoulder blades sliding away from your ears. Lean back into the stretch. Try and spread the skin of your fingers and your palms. Stay back there, shoulders down away from your ears, elbow tips pointing back towards the thighs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Spin the hands around again, palms down. Tuck your toes so that the balls of the feet are on the floor. If you need to move your wrists around after that, do that by all means. With toes tucked, hands under the shoulders, round your lower back. Let the chin rest towards your chest. And then just press down through the balls of the feet, float the knees and lower them back down. Float the knees, lower them back down. Float. They don't go any higher than your heels. So really it's just 3 to 5 centimeters and back down. Once you've got the movement, the big fuzzy picture, you think about keeping that rounding through the whole spine, the continuity of the line like in the cat stretches. So the chin is down, the back of the neck is long, long even curve through the spine. Turning the music down in. Float and hold, please. Look at your elbows, try and turn the elbow tips back towards the thighs, press them towards straight if they're not quite there. Push them more firmly into the floor so that your ribs and chest go up into the back of your shirt. Go on, push the floor away. It smells bad and it just stole your lunch money. Press the balls of the feet down and squeeze your belly in, tuck your tail under. 5, 4, try and find some space for breathing. 2, 1, and rest down. Sit back and your weight on your knees and heels, shake out your wrists. So I've been touching on this at the end of class. I thought at Sarah's suggestion, we'll do it at the beginning when you're fresher. Tuck your toes, float your knees. You're going to turn your knees in one direction, back to the center. Turn them in the other direction, back to the center, rest them down. Float the knees with that rounded back. Both knees turn to the right, back to the center. Both knees turn to the left, back to the center, and down. Rest just that moment, and then float again. Still trying to keep that long, even, continuous curve through the spine. Turn the knees one way, then the other. Nathan, bring your feet closer so the knees start and finish directly underneath your hips. Good, as you settle into it, just one way then the other, back and down. Try and get the knees lower. The higher you go, part of it gets easier, part of it that I want you to get stronger in. Keep that rounding in your lower back. So below the belly button area, pulling up and in. Elbows looking to be straight. Nathan, you've got to work those elbow tips back. I know it's hard. Good, rest down. Shake out the wrists. All right, so while you shake out your wrists, watch, float your knees. I'm going to turn to my left. When I go left, my right foot goes across and it's on the floor. So we're not looking for float, we're looking for 3 points of contact. And then back to 4 points of contact facing the floor. Left foot comes off as I turn right and out onto the floor. Back to here and down. So we call it a switch through because of that. You're switching everything as you go through. Let's go. Pardon me. Tuck your toes, round your back, float the knees. Turn the knees to the left. Take the right foot off, put it out across and on the floor, and the left hand naturally comes away, chest up towards the ceiling. Switch back through, 4 points of contact. Left foot off, turn to the right. Left foot through, right hand off, chest and belly to the ceiling. Switch back to the middle, rest down. Check out the wrists if necessary. We'll do it again. Round the back, float the knees, right foot off, turning to the left, take the right foot through, chest and belly up. Good, switch back through. Left foot off, through, onto the floor, both feet down. Left hand down, hips and chest lift. Back to the center, rest down. All right, so take a break. I'll show you the other layer of detail and then we'll do some counted ladders. Float, 1, 2. So this is as much about balance as developing this shoulder. So you push the floor away and lift your hips. So this front line of your body wants to lengthen. Then you come back through and it closes and it lengthens. So you push the floor and you push with your feet. Back to the center and down. That make sense? Let's have a look at you. Float your knees. Turn your knees to the left, take the right foot off, put it across, lift your hips and chest and belly to the ceiling, press down through the right arm. Good shapes, nice. Back through the center, switch through, as the name suggests. Turn the knees right, left foot across, lift your hips and chest and belly to the ceiling, switch back to the front, and go again. Turn the knees to the left. You can do a little rest in the middle if you need to. Right foot goes across, lift the chest and hips and belly up. Nice shapes, you guys, and back through. Left foot across. Lift the hips, chest and belly up. Good. Rahima, put the feet on the ground. You've got 2 feet on when you lift your hips. Switch through. You've got 3 points of contact. Right hand, 2 feet. Lift your hips up. Switch back through. Straight through if you've got it. Left foot, 2 feet, hips and chest up. Left arm. Good. Back through. Last one. Turn. There, good. Hold it. Press both feet down, take your hips higher. It's like the hip rolls that we'll be doing in a moment. Press your arms down that we do a lot of and back to the center. Very good. Shake out your wrists. Nice job, you guys. Lie on your backs, please. Just a more familiar sequence. Knees bent, feet flat. Wrists okay, Danny?
I was thinking
We'll just do hundreds of them, it'll go away. All right, lower back's nice and flat. You guys know what's coming. Pull your knees to your chest. Bring your chin to your chest. You try to make that cat stretch shape, the continuity in the spine. No bit more flexed or left behind than another. One leg long and low and straight, and then switch, and switch. You take your legs as high as they need to be to keep your lower back flat, abs firm. You're switching on my clicks. Just grab the knee as it comes in, especially on the slow ones. So support your head with your hands if you need to. Second gear, switch, 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 switch. Remember, I'm all care. I care about your lower back and your abs. I don't care if your legs are pointing at the ceiling. Here comes third gear, switch, switch, switch. Yeah, rest your head down. Or hold your head like Chrissy with your hands. Switch, 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 switch. It's about your abs. If your head needs to go down, put it down. Keep the back flat. Switch, 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 switch. Second gear, switch, 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 switch. Coming up on your minute, switch, which is good. Switch, 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 switch. Set first gear, switch, 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 switch. So enjoy the slow ride. Feel the quads or front thigh on the long leg. Switch on, point the toes, come back, change. Good. When your right leg is out now, we'll hold it. 10, 9, lower back flat. Grip that right thigh, point the toes, make it look good. 5, 4, 3, 2, switch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab the knees, rest your head and shoulders down. Pull the knees to you, pull them apart, put them together, pull them apart, pull them together, pull them apart, put them together. Knees bent, feet flat, hip distance apart. Heels in line with the sit bones for the first one. Press your arms down into the floor. So you want the underside of your forearm, the palm and the triceps as best you can pressing into the mat. Triceps are the back of your arm. Press down, press your heels and curl your hips up and curl down. Curl up, curl down. James and Nathan, feet a little closer. So your feet are in line with the outer edge of your body. You want the heels in line with the sit bones. Excellent. Rahima, your feet, have a look. They're both to the right. Yeah, that's better, that's better. So, like your cat stretch, this first version, you're just emphasizing the movement in your spine. Feeling it curl onto the lower back, curl onto the mat. Feet a bit closer. And then up off, from the tailbone up towards the shoulder blades. Then down from the shoulder blades along the spine, looking for that contact through the lower back. And we'll add an arch now. So when you're flat on the floor, leave your shoulder blades and arms pressing and your sit bone or butt pressing and arch your back into your body so that the spine comes off the mat. Then lay the spine back on, curl up, tailbone off, up towards the shoulders. Press down with the arms and the feet and arch at the top. Take the chest towards the chin and then curl down again. Arch on the floor. Sit bones, butt and shoulder blades and arms do the pressing, the spine in the body. The last one up. Up to the top. Drop your hips about 10 centimetres, not quite halfway down. Pull the front hips to you. The tailbone descends towards me, to this end of the room, towards your knees and heels. Keep that change in your pelvis, tailbone descending, and press your heels and lift your hips higher. Squeeze them. Hopefully you're feeling a bit more in the back thighs and press harder. And pull the heels towards you, unless you guys are on the ball. Pull the heels towards you, push them down. Work into those back thighs. 5, 4, 3, 2, curl all the way down. Grab your knees, pull them to your chest. Pull the lower back onto the floor. So the first thing we do is called a single bent leg stretch. The second one we do is a double bent leg stretch. So glue your inner thighs together, glue the seam of your activewear together, whatever it is. Here you take two legs long towards the window, the mirrors, the front of the building, as you did with the single legs in the first version. And then you bring them back in, hold them with your hands. That tuck position is your rest position. 2 legs go straight, 2 arms go over towards the back wall, 2 arms circle round, grab your knees, pull to your chest. 2 arms, 2 legs, arms circle round low, pull to the chest. So you make the tucked ball position as your start-stop position, 2 arms, 2 legs, long as your end position, and coming home. Like the first version, it's the lower back and abs we're working. Legs can be higher to make it easier. And chin to chest and head and shoulders up if you want to work that. It's harder on the neck, but it'll get more of the abdominal wall firing. Take a bit of the work out of the lower abs, not necessarily a good thing. Nice smooth movement. Squeeze out, come home, pull it in. Squeeze out, come home, pull it in. Reach through the toes as you go out, press the inner thighs together. Reach through the fingertips and the palms face one another. Circle around home. Is that all right in the shoulder? Is that all right in the shoulder? Yeah. Because you don't have to do the arm movement if you don't want to. You just do the legs. So you've had time to settle in. You glue your inner thighs together. There's a fair few knees coming apart through the movement, so think about the knees pressing together. Start to breathe with it. Because if you're not breathing, you'll be dead soon. You've got about 20 seconds. Nice and smooth out. Come back home. Reach through the toe tips. Reach through the fingertips. Good. 5 seconds. And you're going to give me 3, 5, 7, and 10 holds. Here we go. 2 arms, 2 legs, you're out. Lower back pressing firmly into the floor. Inner thighs squeezing together, point the toes. Come home, grab your knees, pull them to your chest. 3, 2, 1, out. 2 arms, 2 legs. Lower back flat, trying to draw your waistband into your body. 3, 2, palms face each other. Go home. Grab the knees, pull them to the chest. Here comes your 7, 2 arms, 2 legs. Palms face as they go out. Here we go, you're out. Let's go. 7. 6, grip your inner thighs together. Grip the front of your thighs and point the toes. Reach through your fingertips, James, hands off the floor. 2, 1, yep, come home. That was a slightly long 7. 3, 2, 1, go. 10. 2 legs, 2 arms. Press the lower back down. The head's up, the chin's to the chest, looking for continuity through your spine. 3, come on, hold it. 2, nice, Rahima. 1, come home. Very good. Grab the knees, pull them to your chest. Take a breath or 2 or 3. Hip rolls again. 2, 1, go. This time legs together, so thighs and calves and ankles and toes all glued together, heels underneath the knees, and curl yourself up and curl yourself down. You all right, Mickey? Yep. Okay, bring your arms up, bring them to the ceiling and overhead and onto the floor. So the fingernails are on the ground, and you extend through the arms and find the position as Y-like as it needs to be, so arms apart as they need to be to get them flat on the floor. Pull the shoulder blades down away from your ears and keep rolling your hips up and down. So the inner seam, no, just long arms along the floor. Fingernails on the ground. Good. And the thighs, calves, ankles, toes glued together. Keeping your knees together is easier said than done. Curl up, curl down, and you're pulling the shoulder blades away from your ears. You can just leave it. So the action of your arms pressing down and the shoulder blades pulling. You'll feel that switch on the area and around the rib cage. Down, yeah, sure. Can you put your feet together, please? I want you to feel the inner edges of your ankles working towards each other, the inner calves working towards each other, inner thighs working towards each other. Come on, knees are separating. You hold the last dollar on earth between your knees. Curl up, hold up, press the arms down, pull the shoulder blades and the arms down, drop your hips a little bit, and like we did before, the front hips go to you, the tailbone descends towards me, and then the heels press, you go a little bit higher, and hold there for 10, higher, 9, higher, 8, come on, find millimeters, 6, 5, 4, pull the floor towards you, get that little bit more lift, 3, the heels pull towards you, lift from here, 1, curl all the way down, curl back up, not quite done, halfway up or nearly all the way up, pull the balls of the feet off the ground. So the only thing on the floor is the heel edge, the back heel edge, keep the knees pressing together, press to the top and halfway down. Press to the top. Yeah, you guys on the foam rollers, just ignore that. Keep your feet flat. Everyone else, the balls of your feet are off the floor. You're on the back edge of your heel. You're going halfway down and all the way up. I bet you a chopper chop you've forgotten about your arms. Press the heel edges down, lift up, lower halfway. Lift up, lower halfway. Pull the toes higher. Is that going into your knee, Denny? Does it go into your knee?
No, it goes into my side.
Okay. Lift and hold, up nice and high. Pull that back edge of the heel towards you. Pull the tailbone towards me, towards your toes. Press the arms. 3, 2, looks good, you guys. 1, curl down. Not quite done. Curl up, almost all the way up. Put the toes down and lift the heels up. So you're on tiptoes. Toes should still be together. In an ideal world, your ankles are still together. Pulses again, halfway down. You've got your stilettos on. It's Derby Day, halfway down, all the way up. So tiptoes, stilettos. Yeah. Come on, tiptoes, stilettos. The gents are doing better high heels than the ladies. You've got to lift your heels higher, girls. Come on. Heels up, well off the floor. You want to be heading for cramp land. 5. It's good. Keep the heels lifting even as the hips move. 3, 2, up as high as you can. Hold. Push the ball of the foot down. Try and get the ankles together. Try and get a little bit higher. 5, 4, 3. Come on. Push, 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 push. 2, 1. Curl all the way down. Very good. Bring your knees to your chest. Pull them to you. Reach through your thighs. Pistol grip. First 2 fingers around your big toe. So pistol grip. First 2 fingers and thumb hold the big toe. Big toe. That's the big one on the foot. And then press the heels towards the ceiling. Pull the toes back towards you with your hands and the muscles of your shin. Push the bony bit of your heel through the skin as best you can. Your legs are together. Push, push, push. And then release. Okay, tabletop legs, please. Thigh vertical, shin parallel to the floor. Chin to your chest, head and shoulders up. Fingertips behind your head, supporting the head. Lower back flat, abs firm. Right leg long. Right elbow to left knee. Crisscrosses and switch. 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 Switch, 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 switch. Another 30 seconds or so, you'll have forgotten that feeling in your calves. Switch, 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 switch. So we're doing 5, 7, and 10 holds. No break, but not as many reps as normal in the first cycle. 10, 9, 8. Lower backs are flat. The movement is front body, ribs to hips. Knees to elbows, the gravy. 2, 1, and hold. 5, 4. Pull that rib and hip together. Don't worry about the elbow, it'll come. 2, 1. Switch. 5, 4. That was good. 3. Hold, 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 hold. 2, 1. Now move. Switch, 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 switch. Slowing down. Switch, 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 switch. And 3, 2. Hold 7. Grip that straight leg. Point the toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, switch. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, switch. Now if it's too strong, you can hold the tabletop. Try to keep moving those ribs towards the hips. 7 on the count. 6. So time in the pose. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. 10, 9. You want to enjoy the ride. Grip that straight leg. Make the most of it. Wring yourself out like a wet towel. 5, 4, 3, 2, change. 10, 9, 8. Come on, work the leg, the straight leg. Pull the ribs to the hips. 5, good shapes. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice. Grab the knees, pull them to your chest. Okay, bring the heels towards you, hip rolls again. The heels are hip distance apart, getting closer and closer to you, bringing them closer and closer to you to hold your own ankles / bottom of the shin. Think. If I've given you a strap, I want your hands as far down the strap as you can get them, as if you were going to hold your own ankle. I'm just making predictions based on what I know and the length of your shins. No, along the front, yep. Okay, if you're holding the ankles or the strap, Press your heels down, curl your hips up. Now you might find if you're nearly on the shin that halfway up you can walk the heels back and get yourself on the shin. That's you, Sarah. Looking for the fingertips wrapping, that's it, good Liz. Fingertips wrapping around the front of the shin. So you create your own seat belt. Good, come down. Now that you're getting the idea, do it again, curling up. Now you're going to go up and you're looking for the tops of your shoulder blades. So you kind of crawl your shoulder blades down towards your heels. Back of the neck lengthens, holding the ankles or the shins as it really is. Press the heels, press your arms down. Press the back of the arm down. One day maybe that outer wrist will hit the floor even as you hold the foot. Middle back between the shoulder blades goes up towards the ceiling and towards your chin. And the tailbone comes towards me, towards your knees, and lifts the hips. We're trying to just drift away from the lower back doing a heap of work. Heels press down. They pull to you to pull the tailbone toward the back of the knees. Hips go up higher. Come on, guys, it's coming. Top of the shoulder blades. Press the heels. Chris, you're looking for flat feet, right? Trying to get them down. 5, a little bit higher. Come on, work for those shoulder blade tips. 4, 3, 2, nice, you guys. 1, and curl all the way down. Grab your knees, pull them to your chest without the strap. Little roll around. So we're not going to do a heap of the straight leg stuff, but it wouldn't be a Saturday without it. Chin to chest, head and shoulders up, supported with your hands is option A. Option B is arms long on the floor. So we've done both already today. Arms long on the floor, your head is down. Both legs in tabletop. So you can choose your upper body. You can have your arms on the ground pressing and the head down, or you can support your head with your fingertips like the crisscrosses. 2 straight legs now up in the air, vertical, to the ceiling. Point the toes. Whichever you're doing with your upper body, be clear about it. If it's head and shoulders up, they are up and you're looking at your thighs. If it's head and shoulders down, they're down, you're looking at the ceiling, pressing your arms into the floor. Point the toes, grip the front thighs, pull them down into your belly. So from the knee you're coming down, and then from the knee going up to the toes. Good, it's coming. Now squeeze your inner thighs together more. More. Look for the inner thigh, the knee, the calf, even the ankles coming together. Point the toes more. Grip your front thighs more. Now try and descend your abs. Pull your waistband into your body. 5, do everything a bit harder. 4, it's your body, do it harder. 3, 2, come on, James, straighten up those. Yes, good. 1, and rest. There you go. All right, grab your purple block. Like I said, we're not going to do a lot, but it'll be quality rather than quantity. The block is going to go narrow and short, just above the knees. I should really just demonstrate that, shouldn't I? Joe's done a great job of demonstrating for me, just like that. No, you're still lying on your back. Yep. We'll do the standing one in a minute. We are not done there yet. All right, you like that, but you're on your back and I'm walking around with it between my knees. Straight legs up in the air. Pick your upper body. 2 straight legs. Point the toes. Lower back flat. You can bend the knees and do that little pull to get the lower back flat if you need to. You're going to straighten the knees. So the backs of your knees come towards me as your toes go up. Start to squeeze the block with those inner thighs. Start to straighten the knees more and point the toes more. Start to squeeze the block more. A little bit harder, more firm. The inner thighs really work. It's almost as if you're trying to draw the block down into your groin with your inner thighs. Keep pointing the toes. 5, come on. 4, 3, 2. You bend the knees to tabletop to rest. 3, 2, 1. Up. So this is 90 degrees. 45 degrees would be long diagonal or half. Come to 60 degrees, please. So not quite halfway down. With the rules of the game being your lower back on, abs firm. Squeeze the blocks, straighten the knees, point the toes. If it's too much, you go higher. Come on, Drendel. Squeeze the block, point the toes. Try to draw the waistband into your body. If your arms are on the floor, use them, press them down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Knees to tabletop. Is that your I'm working hard but staying passive face, or is it too easy? Okay. All right, straight legs up. So we've done 60. Straight legs, point the toes, 60 degrees I mean. And then take your legs to 45, so that's halfway. Now it's all based on whether you can maintain straight legs, abs firm, back flat. If you need to come higher, you come higher. If you can maintain it, go lower to 30 degrees. Lower back nice and flat. Soft, happy face, put the work in your limbs and your abs, soften your face. 5, come on, straighten the knees, squeeze the blocks. 2, 1, come home. Very good. Grab your knees, pull them to your chest. So we're going to do one more. And we're going to do 5, 5, and 5 in each of those positions. Mickey's going to throw a block at me in a moment. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Straight legs up, squeeze that block between your knees. First position. Point the toes firmly, squeeze the block firmly, straighten the knees firmly. 5, 4, come on, let's go. 3, 2, come down, 30 degrees to 60. 5, squeeze that block, straighten the knees. 4, 3, 2, good work, down below, 45 or even lower. 5, 4, straight knees. 3, 2, hell, you've done that so easily. Let's go back up, 60 degrees. 5, 4, soft faces, working the legs. 3, 2, back to vertical, last 5, 5, come on, come on, come on, come on. 4, 3, 2, done. Nice job, you guys. Sold. To the people in the active wear. Grab your knees, pull them to your chest, roll around a little. Okay, nice job, you guys. Stand up, please. Grab your block. Come to the front of the mat. So we'll put the block between your feet and hold it there. And then once we take it out, your feet are not allowed to move. Easier said than done. So once you've got your feet on the edges of the block, take it out, hold it with your hands. Open up your armpits. Block goes up and down, up and down. Good. Up through your arches, inner legs lift. Okay. Take it about halfway. Drop your tailbone or descend your tailbone, lift your front hips, lift your chest, and then take the block back up. You're going to spread your palm skin against the block, and you're going to press just a little bit more with the pinky edge, the outer edge, the karate edge of your hand, and the elbows will straighten, the arms will lengthen, fingertips move towards the ceiling. So your tailbone descends towards the floor, front hips lift, and then from your hips to your armpits, lengthen, and then armpits to fingertips, lengthen. Good, it's coming, keep doing it. Tailbone descends, front hips lift, waist to armpit longer, armpit to fingertip longer. Yep, good shapes, keep it. Again, do it again. Tailbone descends, front hips lift. Waist to armpit or crest of your hip to armpit lengthens. Armpit to fingertip lengthens. So your feet are way wider than a purple block. Good. 5, a little bit higher. Reach. Heels press down. Tailbone descends. Then the upper body lengthens up. Armpits to fingertips lengthen up. And rest. Good. Nice. They look good. So that straight line through your arm and your seam you're going to head to as you squat. So your palms hold the block down by your thighs. Squat down. Hips go back. Arms go up. And you will look down with your spine. So continuity in your spine again. As you bend, spine carries your head. You'll be looking at the floor forward of your mat, not at your toes. So squat, arms go up. Stand back up. So about that pace, follow your own tempo. Squat down, stand up. So that armpit to fingertip lengthening action is the first thing to go. So as the hips drop back, Pinky edge of your hand presses on the block, and the armpit lengthens to the fingertip. So you want that Adidas onesie line straight down the arm and the side body. Okay, down and hold. So you're looking at the floor forward of the mat. You're lifting those arms to lengthen the armpit, armpit to fingertip. Good. Now lift the arches of your feet slightly. No, don't lift you up. Take your knees wider. That's it. Good, good. Now draw your belly and groin creases in and go deeper. So your butt goes away from me and now your blocks go higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up. Take a breath. Do it again. Here we go. Down. Just drop the shot as much as you need to so it's not there. Drop down. So the arches of your feet lift so that therefore the knees separate slightly. Belly and groin creases draw in so the tailbone can descend. And then from the hips to the armpits you lengthen, and the armpits to the fingertips lengthen, and the armpits lengthen. Armpits. The front of the armpit gets longer. Stay there. 5. Left knee, left knee, left knee, left knee, left knee. 2, 1. Good. Come back up. Very good. You've got one more. 3, 2, 1, go. So arches of your feet lift. Same thing as your knees moving apart slightly. The thigh flesh turns out. Then the groin and belly creases draw in and back. Your butt moves backwards. Descend the tailbone. That looks much better than last week. Armpits lengthen, block goes up. Chin might drop a little bit. Descend it. Yeah, you heard me coming. 5, 4, 3, 2, done. Very good. Shake it out, do whatever you like. Sumos, sound like a good idea? Stand with your heels on the rubber and the toes on the floor. Interlace your fingers out in front. Shoulder blades slide away from your ears. So whereas you were bowing your body before, now you're staying upright as best you can. Turn the thighs out as you squat down. So the heels are on the rubber, the toes are on the floor. Tailbone descends, chest up. So these first 2 weeks of term have been a lot about abdominals and these squat processes. I suppose it's a process. Squat sequences. Next week there'll be a lot more extension. So when your spine moves the other way. Interlace the fingers unless you don't want to. Drop the tailbone down, lift your chest. It's the same spinal action and control as the bowing squat. The tailbone descends, the front hips lift, then the chest lifts, except that now you're trying to stay upright. It means more work in your hips. All right, down. Look for parallel to the floor. If you've got parallel easily, descend the tailbone more. Draw your abdominals in and up more. Everyone turn your thigh flesh out more and stand up. Down again to parallel thighs, if you can get it. If you can get it, drop the tailbone more, pull the belly in, lift the chest. Shoulders, just hold your chest. 3, 2, come up a little, Barry. That's a rest for you. 1, back up, stand up. It is, right? So if you can do this, this becomes a rest. So that's why I want parallel. That works into the hips and this area more. Go down, do it again. Look for parallel. Up, 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 up. Drop the tailbone. Pull the belly in so the tailbone descends more. Chest up. 3, a little bit lower. Tailbone's heavy. And stand back up. Very good. All right, you've got a 7 and a 10 to go. Drop the tailbone, lift the chest, go down. 7. Tailbone down, belly in, chest up, chin down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up. You've got your 10 count coming. You can wiggle them around a little bit. 3, 2, 1. 50 kilo weight on your tailbone. Leads you down. Chest up. Nice, Chrissy. Chest up. Tailbone down. Pubic bone. Belly pulls in and up. Chest lifts from there. 8, 7, 6, Nushka lower. 4, Chrissy lower. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Down. Very good. Shake it out. Okie dokie. Left foot forward. So inline lunge. The rules of the game are that you're balancing on a tightrope and that your front heel is on the floor. Not quite sure why I turned away from you then. The front heel is on the floor and nice and firm on the floor. Now, if you can be on the floor with the front heel and have it against the back knee, do that. Chest up, tailbone descends. Press the back shin down like you do in the cat stretch at the beginning. That'll help the tailbone come down. It'll help you pull the front hips up. You bring your arms up overhead if you've got it. The shoulders will let you. If not, you can have hands across the chest if it's still hurting. So extend up through those arms, like you did in that last lot of squat sequences, or the first lot of squat sequences, sorry. Armpit to fingertip lengthens. You're trying to bring your ribs back over the hips. Looking good. Come on, Sarah, you can get that foot further back than that. Pull it back, pull it back, pull it back, pull it back. Take your weight away from me, towards the back foot. Drop the tailbone even further. Pull the front hips up even further. Reach up even further through your fingertips. Tuck your back toes. Putting as much weight on that back foot as you can. Stand up and down, nearly to the floor, up and down. You can do tightrope arms if you feel the balance is easier that way. 7. Keep the weight on the back foot as much as you can. Tailbone down, hips up, arms, arms, arms. 3. Come on, get on that back foot, work that back leg. This is where those hip flexors get longer and stronger. Down and hold. To halfway and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up. Down again. 7. Hold. Halfway. 6. Same thing. 4, 3. Same thing with your tailbone, Trissy. 1. Back up. Okay. And last one for 10 with pulses. Down to halfway. Weight on the back foot. Want that front thigh parallel to the floor if you can. Nice and squeezy like a goods lift. Hydraulic. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. On the count. 5, 4, 3. The weight's on the back foot as much as you can. And stand up. Nice work, you guys. Change legs. Right foot forward, left leg back. Heel is going to press into the floor, the front heel. And then if it can touch the back knee, it will. Good. As you settle in. Now, if you're right-handed, this side's generally a bit harder, which is usually most people. Arms come up, so just be kind of kind to yourself about that. Adjust if necessary. Take the weight back towards the back foot. Drop the tailbone down. Lift the front hips up. Sides of your body lengthen to the armpit. Armpit to fingertip lengthens. Bring forward so the heel can press down. Tuck the back toes. Keep the weight on the back leg as much as you can and stand up. Down almost all the way. Back up all the way. Down almost all the way. Armpits, 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 arms. Good. Right arm, Joe. And 2. Extend those arms. 1. Down, hold halfway. Reach up to the ceiling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up and then down. That hold again for 7 and then the pulses. 7. Weight on the back foot. Come on, bring it back. Drop the tailbone. Lift the front hips. Reach up through the arms. 3, 2, 1, back up. Here we go, don't rest, down for 10 with the pulses. So go down, drop the hips, go back on the back foot, lift the front hips, so drop the tailbone, lift the front hips. Chest is up, and then 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up and rest. Nice job, you guys. Shake it out. Okay, come to kneeling, please. So you're going to kneel towards the front of the mat and put the block widthways between the ankles and press the shins down. So it's the same action that the back leg was doing in that first inline lunge. So the shins press down into the floor, tailbone descends, front hips lift up, arms up in the air. Then lean back from the knees as your arms come down. So the tailbone and the hips keep lifting even as you lean back, and then arms up, back to vertical. Lean down, come up. Lean back, arms down, tailbone and hips keep lifting, and back up. Good. So actively pressing the shins down. Mickey, don't let your hips drop. Keep your hips up. So you're leaning from your knee. So if these front thighs are screaming, we're happy campers, or not. Screaming campers. Lean back and hold. Press the shins down. Try and get the front of the ankle on the floor. Tailbone descending toward the knees. The hips are lifting. The chest is lifting. The arms go up to vertical. Breathe in. 5. Breathing out. 3. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, come back up. We'll do one more. Lean back. So it's like Michael Jackson. Lean back with control. Bring your arms to vertical. Press the shins more. Take your arms over vertical if you can. Press the shins more, extend and lengthen the front of your body. 2, 1, very good, come down. Lie onto your bellies, please. Fingertips around your armpits. Soften, wobble your legs and soften them. Soften your butt, soften your belly. Press down into your hands and press up into a cobra push-up. Sag at the top, relax and down. Press up, sag at the top, down. Press, up, sag at the top, down. Keep going. Good. Rest down. You'll need the block in front of your head at this end of your mat, but you're not using it immediately, so you push it out away from you. Hands by your side. So by your side, we're headed into your flying Nikes. You're going to press your hips down into the floor. Just draw your shoulder blades up towards the ceiling, down towards your butt. Lift your chest, not so much your chin, and then rest down. Again, shoulder blades up, down, chest up. So the chin is down, the chest is up, and rest down. Do it again, adding the thighs. Chest up, shoulder blades to the ceiling and down. Long back of the neck, like the cat stretches at the beginning. You're working the spine, not the neck. Thighs are off, and rest down. Hips press, chest and thighs lift. So your sternum chest, your front chest comes up towards me, and your thighs and toes go away from me, and then rest down. Hips press, thighs and chest lift. Yeah, good catch. And then lift that, really good. And rest down. So let's think about your entire body as one muscle. As you come up into the shape, you squeeze, and then you relax and release down. Squeeze up, relax and release down. Yeah. Let the chin drop a bit, and then that, yeah? Coming up and hold, please. Turn the palms to face your thighs. Lift your head a little bit, so there's that continuity line. And reach your fingertips back towards your heels. So the shoulder blades descend, even as you've broadened the collarbones, and rest down. Do it again. Press the hips. Thighs, chest lift. The collarbones broaden, which is what I was asking for, with shoulder blades up to the ceiling and then down the back. Fingertips reach back towards the heels. The length in the back of the neck. That's in the continuous line. That looks good, you guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, rest down. Bring your arms out in front and grab the block if it's right there in front of you and just move it to arm's length away from you. Let go of it. Press your hips down into the floor. Press your thighs up. Lift your thighs up into the air. Chest up, arms up. So you can't see your fingertips because you've got length in the back of your neck. Take hold of some imaginary ropes. Your arms are out the front. Sorry, didn't call that clearly enough. Hold some imaginary ropes. Pull them back towards your hips and lift your chest. Arms forward, relax down a little. Pull them back, lift your chest. Got to go. So if you've done arms pulling straps on the reformer, you're pulling them out to the side, lifting your chest, arms forward. You don't lie down completely, but a little rest from the extra lift. 5. And 3. Work your back, not your neck. 2. Good. Push the ropes, pull the ropes back to your hips and lift up nice and high. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest down. Fingertips around your armpits. So that's extension, and that's what we'll be working on more over the next couple of weeks. Press your hips back to your heels. Take your arms out long in front. And to your plank position, please. Quick round of front, back and sides to finish on a high. Hands underneath the shoulders. Legs together. Thighs, ankles, calves and toes. Shoulders are over the hands. Lift your hips high enough that you can put your spine in the cat stretch that we started the session in. Bring your feet towards you more, Chrissy. And then keep working that flexion in through the lower back. Press your inner thighs together like you did in the floor work at the beginning. Good. Hips lower, Mickey, come on. Hips lower, so that through that curl, that's it. Inner thighs press, tailbone curls under. Start to squeeze your butt. Last dollar on earth between your butt cheeks. Come on, grip your bum. Grip the front thighs. Front thighs, inner thighs, tailbone curling. Squeeze your bum, squeeze your belly. Push your arms down into the floor. See if you can turn your elbow tips back. No, without your hands. It's going to be a challenge with your elbows. Hands and toes pull towards each other more. So you create tension through the front body. Re-squeeze your bum. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Take a breath or 2 or 3. We'll do it again. Up. Straight back to that plank. Here we go. So we'll put some heat in you and then we'll stretch out. Inner thighs together. Squeeze them together. Squeeze the front thighs so the backs of the knees go up to the ceiling. Tuck your tail under and squeeze your bum. And then those abdominals, the waistband area pulls upwards and inwards. Hands start to push down more firmly into the floor, and then hands and toes start pulling towards each other. Trying to squeeze every muscle in your body that you can. 5, harder. 4, harder. 3, harder. 2, harder. Rest. Very good. So these things like where I'm calling for contraction like that, maximum contraction in your body should be about a 10 or 15 second maximum for everyone, which is why we're not there long. Side plank, please. Right hand side. Right hand down, left hand up. So this is the sort of what we're headed for. Stacked feet, 2 arms long. You can split the feet, you can bend the knees, and you can be on a bent elbow. While we find the shape, feel free to adjust. Get yourself up into a plank. Hands want to be under the shoulder. Mickey, your hand needs to come back. Lift your hips higher, squeeze your thighs together more firmly. Lift your hips higher so you start to be a bow shape. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Your chest comes to your chin. Good. Change to the other side. It's just the settling in one. Left hand down, right hand up, bent elbows, bent knees, whatever you're doing. Hips going up, up, up. Arm pressing down, hips going up. Come on, you guys, lift your hips. Bow your body like a breaking wave heading for the windows. Good, come down, come back to the first side, right hand down. So on your way through, I'll show you what I'd like you to do. When you're up, I want you to turn, in fact, if everyone faces me, getting ready, you take your arms out to the side. With me, come on, come on, come on. Turn your arms like that and turn your biceps down. That's what will tend to happen, okay? Now turn your biceps up, keep your center bicep up, and turn your palms a little bit so they're like you're in your plank. I'm going to ask you to do this turning in the plank so that the shoulder blade moves down on the ribs, okay? Rather than forward. So it's that action. It's a thing you tried to do with your hands. Up you go. Right hand down, left hand up. Same version as before. If you're on a bent elbow, you get to ignore what I just said. Press down into the floor, lift your hips. You okay? Yeah, no worries, Tess, all right? Turn the arm like I showed you. So your center bicep line will turn towards the mirrors. The shoulder blade will descend down onto the ribs. Lift your hips higher, squeeze the inner thighs more. No, just that action, I mean. Higher hips, higher hips, higher hips, higher hips. Work that shoulder onto the ribs. Good, good, good. 5, harder, everything harder. Lift your hips more. 2, 1. Change through to the other side. Mickey's already there. Okay, let's go. Left hand down, hand under the shoulder, so your hand needs to come back a little bit. Hips lift, and the bicep, center of your bicep is pointing at me. The shoulder blade pulling onto the ribs, lift your hips higher. Squeeze the inner thighs more. Lift your hips higher. Squeeze the inner thighs more. Turn that arm. 3, 2, 1. Done. Good. Rest down. Alrighty. Let's bring your left foot forward. Both hands inside the left foot. So the left heel is slightly forward of your left knee. Tuck your back toes. Bring the back knee off the floor. Round your back like the cat stretch. Make yourself heavy. Hands pull you forward. Back toes pull you back, so you create tension through the front of that right side of your body. Squeeze your right butt if you can find that. Breathe in, relax the effort, rest the knee down, flat top of the foot, outside elbow down, maybe the inside elbow. Or just deepen the stretch a bit. Yeah, that's it, that's it. Push back, keep the left foot out in front. Pull the ball of the foot off the ground like you did in the hip rolls way back when. So the ball of the foot is up, toes are up, hips are dragging back, and then your chest moves towards your toes. So length through the front of your body. From the pubic bone to your chest lengthens, hips are moving backwards, toes are up. Good. And release, change sides. Right foot forward. Knee just behind the right heel. Hands inside the foot. Tuck the back toes, the left toes. The back knee floats off, round your back. Make yourself heavy. The hands pull you forward, back toes pull you back. Breathe in. On the exhale, relax the knee down, relax the effort. Go to the top of that left foot. Left elbow down, maybe the right elbow down. Push back to the hamstrings, ball of the foot and the toes go up, hips go back towards the heel, back heel, and your chest lengthens towards the front toes. I'm enjoying that stretch so much. You want to just stay there? So your pubic bone just goes away from me, your chest comes towards me, hips are going away from me, toes are going to the ceiling. and release. Thanks for joining me, guys, on a Saturday morning. Enjoy the remaining day. Spray and wipe with your mats, and I'll see you when I see you. You in the clinical? Yeah, why not? Yeah. In fact, why don't we grab that foam roller? Didn't do much of that today, so you can do something out of that chest. No, they're off. No, they're off. Ange, they're off. Public holiday, closed.